with the media. Our target is to reach out to teens who are heavily influenced by social media. Now, we have seen the power of social media. A year ago, Korea's most popular entertainment show, Infinite Challenge, had an episode about the Hiroshima Islands, which is an island that abused Koreans and made slaves out of them in World War II. Although most Koreans did not originally know about these islands, including myself, this led to a petition within Korea to preserve the island that is an historic evidence of our country, and pressured the Japanese government to acknowledge this fact. Like this, the media can call awareness, and in this case, show the young generation that domestic violence is not their fault. We are to collaborate with dramas, entertainments to deal with the issue related to domestic violence, so that teens can see their role models on TV deal with this issue and give them some confidence. Productions will also be given an amount of financial aid and also the pride that they're giving back to society. And we hope that these productions will not only call awareness of the seriousness of domestic violence, but also encourage teens to come out so we can give them the opportunity to live a new life.
In conclusion, we are trying to solve the whole problem of domestic violence by a virtuous cycle that we set. First, provide medical services to find teenagers who are suffering domestic violence. Second, provide family services that can care suffering teenagers and families. And third, reduce teenagers who suffer domestic abuse by using media to change the general public's recognition. From this virtuous cycle, we plan to reduce teenagers who are in the middle of domestic abuse and provide them better life.
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
We will be your friend. Thank you.
James or Grace, do you want to go first?
Okay, so I have a friend named Neiman. He's 9 years old. And he reported to me and a couple other people that we know that his dad was abusing him and his little sister and his mom. And so we tried to take care of the situation by talking with the family, the dad specifically, and seeing, how we could somehow either figure it out or figure out what the core of the issue was or whatever. Well, he said, they said that they would work it out and things like that. But once we walked away from the situation, it got a lot worse. And part of the reason that it got a lot worse was the government doesn't do anything about it. They got no justice because the police don't really care and the government doesn't really care about bringing justice. You mentioned that your government as well isn't recognizing a lot of the domestic violence going on in your homes. So let's say you do find programs that help kids go and talk about what's happening to them. What happens after that? What's the next step if the government isn't bringing justice to these families and putting the dads or even the moms or uncles or whoever's putting out the abuse? What if they're not doing anything to put them behind bars or make sure that these families are protected?
So our program is not only organized by the government, but it's a combination of government help and student-led kind of activities. As we get volunteers, the graduates who study psychology and education, they apply for internship kind of areas. And so what we do is the father or a person who abused the children, the children has a choice of telling us or the counselors whether they are sent to rehab center or they want to live together. So the family come in that situation, and when the family come in, the role is that the students is in the middle of the situation. So that students guide the whole family. So in one case, if the father is in rehab center, then the family students and the father who is in rehab center and the students who got abused have kind of, they're separated, but then they have to maintain the family relationship so that the family stays in the middle and they organize kind of meeting sessions maybe once a month or twice a month and kind of help them build kind of relationships from the beginning because it was kind of all going wrong and the abuse happened. So
So are you assuming that the father can be rehabilitated? Because there are many abusers who can't be rehabilitated. That's when the judicial system comes in, and that's what I'm asking. How are you going to change your judicial system to take those people accountable?
So
I get what your students are going to do, but students like you or me can only go so far. We don't have any political power to make sure that the abusers are getting I don't know what to say,
Justice.
justice or punishment that they need and the family gets the justice so that they can move on.
Okay, so what we're trying to propose is that just because a violence or sexual abuse happens inside a house, it doesn't mean that it's not violence. So what our program is doing is giving the choice to the victim, because in our country currently, mostly they just say, well, we don't care, or, well, try to talk it out, or things like that. So if, let's say that we found a student by medical care, or he comes and tell us, then he will have the choice to use the judicial system, because that is violence, and go to the court with his father, or he will have the chance, if he wants his father to go to rehabilitation, he can do that. If he wants to have quality time with him and want the family to solve it out, he will have that choice. We're trying to give the choice to the victim so that they're not the ones who are left out when it's their fault.
All right. James, do you have anything first?
No, they just answered it.
Okay. I do want to talk a little bit more about the FAFSA program. So you mentioned having a father in a rehab center. All right. Who is going to make the father or mother or whoever is the abuser? Who is going to make that person go into the rehab center?
So the doctors kind of live inside the family, so they take part as a family member to solve the issues. So they can take an objective look about the family and what's going inside the family. So if they think that it is a serious problem and they cannot solve it by just having a nice conversation, they contact governments or the headquarters of this family organization to ask for professional help, such as going to the rehab center.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So what if, so can't the family just deny the femter from being involved in the family? Why?
If it's good to.
Oh, so we're making it like a law? This is like an actual law?
Compulsory.
Okay. So what? So if it's a law, then like the government supplies the femter?
Well, the family headquarters is under the government system, so all the volunteer work and recruiting these families would be done by the government.
Okay. So if that's the case, then basically the famter would be an outsider from the family that's brought in, or I just want to clarify that. Is it an outsider, or is it someone who's part of the family already?
No, it's
Outside, I see. Any more follow-ups? Okay. All right, well, thank you. All right, this is group E, right? Last but not least.